Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. This is Chicago. Go fight back. I'm telling you, go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young switches, gang. They not going for that, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang.
Man, Trump talking about something. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. You about to find out why it's called the RAC. Goofy ass. We ain't scared of this shit.
Slam him out, I love that back door. I play crazy, act slow. Ask him out, tic-tac-toe. What you think this map for? I've been home since December. That's like, what, 8-9 months? Every time I step out, I've been hot. Whenever I catch they ass dead.
How y'all feel about pop shots?
We shoot from the corner. If you can't come up that block and do what you gonna do, then your ass throwing rocks out of your head. I ain't gonna lie.
You gonna walk right off and face niggas.
I call one hat. I just call one hat. You talking Drake, man.
We done full clips. We ain't sparing no nigga. We ain't sparing no shells, no rounds on my mama. We gonna get it all to you.
Everybody, your mama, your auntie, your granny. Anybody. Don't matter.
This shit real, don't play. On my son, y'all let gonna die come through this shit. Walk down the nonsense, Mr. Guy. Pull up before nigga don't live for we playing this music like we out glad.
Anybody that's against us, nigga, we on your ass.
Shit, we don't care about no niggas, man. I told you, the niggas spin this bitch, they gonna get that issue.
Anybody could get it, they ass get caught.
We ain't finna walk you through this bitch, boy. Your ass get your shit splat, boy. It is not safe to walk through this bitch, boy. For real.
It ain't safe.
It is not
safe. If it was
safe.
safe, you think we'll be walking around with these? Showtime, we gonna pop out with the bloody on. Baby trying to get it home. Somebody ain't making home.
Pipe check, everybody get the pipe check. Southside.
Southside, hell yeah, the dangerous Southside, like Inglewood, where that JoJo and BDK movement shit started. That's where we at, in the middle of that shit.
That bad BDK, man.
So we in Inglewood right now.
Yeah, we in Inglewood right now. On West Inglewood. We run Inglewood now. On my son.
Get this on camera, y'all. Yo, where y'all going? Get this on camera. Y'all shooting a video or what?
We was.
Yeah, cool. Let's do the toy, guys.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. YAHAWAH is the true, holy, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father. BAHASHAM meaning in the name. YAHAWASHI is the true, holy, and powerful name of His only begotten Son, who is the Savior of the nation of Israel, starting off with the elect within the nation of Israel. And Israel consists of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as well as your Israelite foreigners scattered abroad that may look like the nations where you've been scattered to, but are Israelites. And I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing out this word in all sincerity and in truth. All right, this is Brother Yukal from the GMS branch out in Des Moines, Iowa, coming back at you with another lesson inspired by the Holy Spirit, QADASH. And I may entitle this lesson, What's an Umbrella to a Flood? All right, what's an umbrella to a flood? And the inspiration of this lesson, it came through a few different things, a few different lessons I was listening to. The lesson that you see here on the screen from the brother Ishayar, or the elder bro. GMS All Precepts is his page. All right, and the clip that you saw played at the beginning of the video, all right, was from this lesson that he did. All right, inside Chicago's most dangerous hoods, Inglewood documentary, and then Apostle Tahar made reference to the clip that you saw as well from Anton Daniels, where he made commentary on the TikTok compilation of Jake, saying how pretty much they're gonna meet Trump. All right, what did he say, man? I forgot what he said. They got the extended clips or whatever the case may be, right? And it's really laughable because, see these Jakes, man, they think they hard, they think they tough because they've been out there killing babies and children and grandmas and everything like that. And it's like they don't understand what's about to come down the pike. All right, see, they're about to be met with the wrath of the Lord via Esau Edom, and not even just Esau Edom. Because we've had guys, or this one guy that particular came up to the camp some years back, and we were going into Jacob's trouble, and his sentiment was like, well, I got this type of weapon on me, So if anybody trying, do something, pretty much he gonna meet them with it, you know. But once again, this is the wrath of the Lord. All right, and as the scripture says, let me grab this real quick, you know, because it's gonna be bad. All right, and even when niggas try and stand up against this devil, their ass is gonna get mowed down. All right, they are gonna get mowed down. It's not gonna be all right. What they think is gonna be. You got niggas talking tough using nigga logic. See, you don't understand that there's more bad people out there. It's like Esau don't even have to. He really don't even have to put troops on the ground. All right, he could just send a drone over your hood. All right, and wipe out everybody that he's got targeted, facial recognition, and blast you niggas. All right, in an instant. Okay. See, and this is what we're about to witness. All right. See, the Lord allowing Esau, Edom to really get busy. Okay, where he's gonna unleash this devil, man. Let me grab this in the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter. All right, and you niggas, it don't matter how hard you think you are. All right, it don't matter how tough you are. All right, you got them switches and this and that and the third and so on and so forth. Your ass is finna get wasted. All right, like they show you on Grand Theft Auto. It go in slow mode, then it says a nigga got wasted. This is what's about to happen to Jake, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 5. It says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. Right. So Jake is about to meet the wrath of the Lord in the book of Revelation 12 and 12. All right. And then let me get no discharge in that war. All right. All right. This is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Right. That's talking about the true believers, those whose conversation is in the heavens, those that have been repenting and applying these precepts. Okay. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Right. So we should be rejoicing as we're seeing these things happen because the Lord promised a protection to come for those that really believe in him. All right. It says they shall be delivered from the power of the sword. Okay. From the famine, from slander. Right. This is the divine protection. That's why it's going to be realized that there's nothing sweeter than the fear of the Lord. Okay. Because everything that Jake is going to lean upon for help and for deliverance and for protection or, whatever the case it may be is going to fail. And as the scripture says, the Lord has rejected all your confidences, man. Meaning whatever you rely on, whatever you're, dependent upon to help you or protect you is going to fail in that time. Because once again, this is the wrath of the Lord that's being poured out, and you can't escape that, man. Like it says in the book of Jeremiah, the 11th chapter. Let's hit this as well. Jeremiah 11 and 11. All right. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. It says, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. Right. So you're not going to escape these bad times. You're not going to escape these evils. You ain't going to escape these troops coming in, and mowing you niggas down. All right. You're not going to escape this. All right. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. All right. So this is going to be unescapable judgment. Going to this Ecclesiastes 8 and 8, it says, there is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death. And there's no discharge in that war, neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. Right. So there's no escaping that, man. See, if the Lord calls your spirit, all right, and he wants you out of there, your ass is getting up out of there. It don't matter what weapons you got, all right? Because them weapons, they ain't finna protect you from the pestilence. All right, they ain't finna protect you from them apparitions the Lord gonna be sending. All right, they ain't finna protect you from these natural disasters, all right, that the Lord is gonna be sending, all these different things, man. And even the sword that Esau Edom is gonna come down with, which the Lord has blessed him with the sword. That's his blessing, okay? Them little switches that niggas is boasting about and rapping about, I got this and I got that. Who gave them to you niggas, man? All right, you niggas ain't got manufacturing plants that actually mold and create these weapons. And all right, you ain't got scientists in the lab that's got all these different type of weaponry, microwave weapons and different things of that nature. All right, drones where a nigga can just sit on the couch, all right, blow you niggas away like he playing Call of Duty. All right, like they showed you in the first Purge. Okay, which I think it was the fourth one that came out, but the title of it is The First Purge. All right, niggas got out the car. They thought they was going to get busy on some niggas, and then the drone came over, man. Scanned their faces and mowed them niggas down and flew away like nothing. All right, why they had they switches? You know what I'm saying? Okay, see, the Lord is going to deal with all this niggertry, man. All this stuff, all that thug culture, that black culture that Esau gave you niggas that you fed into, all right, that you continue to trust and rely in. All right, you're gonna have to live by that shit, man. All right, and you niggas gonna be crying. All right, niggas gonna be crying like bitches. All right, to put it plain, man. It says the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. You niggas finna get hemmed up, hauled off to detention centers and tortured. All right, you know. Like the Lord ain't playing around with you niggas, man. And once again, he's gonna use Esau Edom to do it. Gonna haul you niggas down. Tanks is gonna come down the streets, mowing down whole neighborhoods, mowing down whole buildings. All right. And you niggas not finna escape, man. Okay? You're not escaping the judgment of YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. All right. There's no discharge in that war, man. So it says, that was it in that Jeremiah. All right, Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, and the devil's gonna come down with great wrath upon everybody, but the target is you tribes, man. This is the book of actually got it up already. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30. Let me see. Ah, damn, I needed that one. All right, I'll just type it in. Keep that up. All right, so this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse, I'll start at verse 5. Jeremiah 30 and 5, it says, For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, right? So it is the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, so the target of this wrath is really is you tribes. Okay, that's who's being targeted, man. That's why they're doing all these deportations, man. And who are they grabbing up? The tribes. That's why these troops are going into whose neighborhoods? The neighborhoods of you tribes. That's why DJ Trump just made that post on social media. All right, let me go ahead and pull that up. Donald Trump's Chicago post about war. All right. That's why Trump declared war on you tribes, man. Okay. What was that post? Here it is right here. I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Right? Getting rid of who? You tribes, man. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. And who's the war against? You tribes. All right. Shy apocalypse now. You know, you got shit burning behind them. You got helicopters coming in, you know. All types of things, man. You know, so this is very clear, man. It's very clear that the war is against you tribes, but it's all according to the will of the Lord, man. See, the Lord had enough of all this wickedness as Jake has been perpetuating throughout the earth, man. All right. So the Lord is addressing it with judgment. Isaiah 10 and 5, I was searing the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. Jake is going to get tread down as shit on the ground, man. All right. Stomped over. All right. The scriptures talk about bodies piling up on top of one another, them dying of grievous deaths. This is what Jake is about to be met with, man. All right. You know, and once again, man, these same guys, I think they so hard and everything like that, man. Esau is going to take these niggas into these detention centers, these tough guys, man. And you're going to see how long they hold out, man. All right, how long they hold out while they getting tortured. All right, because this is what Esau does, man. He did it in 70 AD. All right, he was grabbing up Jake 500 a day, man, when you're reading the Josephus at one point. All right, before they barricaded Jerusalem, all right, they had built that wall around the city. All right, he was snatching up Jake's 500 a day, man. All right, and what was he doing? He was torturing them, and then he was hanging them on stakes. See, Jake has got to really see how evil Esau is, man. Okay, and once again, man, see them same weapons that Jake is boasting about, they're gonna do this, and that they killing women and children with. All right, they ain't in no real warfare. All right, they killing each other with, man, but them niggas ain't trained. All right, whatever the case it may be. All right, if it's a drone in the sky, that nigga can't aim to shoot it down. So it's gonna be an overflowing scourge. All right, an overflowing scourge that's gonna, sweep Jake off their feet, man. All right, that's all I'll read on that, man. And there's a few more we'll grab, but I want to read this. All right, and this is gonna go into the reason why I wanted the title, the lesson, what I titled it. But this is the book of Luke, chapter 17, and verse 27 or 26. It says, "And as it was in the day of Noah." As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Right. And this is what's going to happen again. See, it's going to be a flood of judgment. All right. That's going to come down, and Jake is going to get caught up in various calamities and catastrophes, and they're going to be overtaken by him, man. Amos 5 and 24. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as mighty stream. Right. So this is what's going to this is what's going to happen, man. Jake is about to meet all various different types of judgment, man. All right, and it's going to be horrible. All right, as it is written in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, Wisdom of Solomon 3:19. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. All right, so now the Spirit had it to where I had a real quick dream. I believe it was Thursday or Friday. All right, and in the dream it was nighttime, and I was on one side of the road, and it was people that were walking, and it was all Jake, and specifically I remember Southern Kingdom, and they were all walking with umbrellas. And in the dream, I'm like, damn, what? They were all walking with blue umbrellas. And in the dream, I remember thinking, like, damn, what event did they come from? It's kind of like in a downtown setting, but I remember it being like really dark outside. And then all of a sudden, I started noticing on the other side of the street where Jake was walking at. All right, they walking with their umbrellas. Then it was more Jakes, like 2 or 3 that were running. All right, and as they were running, people were kind of looking like, damn, why they running? So then, I started noticing more Jakes running, down the street. So then as I look back, then I started seeing tanks coming in. And when I started seeing tanks coming in, then more people started running, and then I'm like, oh, snap, like, oh, it's finna go down. Right. So I remember there was an opening to a building on my side of the street, and I had the thought, like, I'm just finna go run in there, but then the Spirit told me to just lay down. So the Spirit in the dream, the Spirit just told me to just lay down. So before I laid down, I had looked back over across the street, and then the troops were already coming in, and I started seeing them firing off, and I noticed it was like vivid to me. I remember seeing them shooting the guns, and I'm seeing the fire, coming from the barrel of the guns, and I'm like, oh, they really shooting at it. I'm hearing it, and then all I remember hearing is a woman screaming, man. All right. I remember women screaming, and it was like a cry that I've like never heard before, man. Because people was actually getting shot and dying. It was people that I would assume, just the way that I remember how vivid that cry was, like women walking with people that they know, and they just getting mowed down or whatever the case it may be. But them troops came in, and they was popping them off and just laying Jake down, man. And then I had laid down, and I woke up, so it was a quick dream. But even once I got up from the dream, I was wondering, I was like, damn, why did all these niggas have these umbrellas? Because in the dream, I'm thinking there was some type of event that was going on, right? So that happened, and then a few days later, really last night, is when it really hit me, and I started to meditate on it some more. But I had watched the Apostle Gabar's lesson, and I had watched, this elder's lesson as well, and then it had me think, like, bro, Jake, these umbrellas, that's what they're relying on, or what they're thinking is going to protect them from this flood. All right, they talking about they got these switches, they got this, and they got that. Like, Jake really think they gonna be all right. All right, and they got these little umbrellas, but what is an umbrella gonna do to a flood? All right, in a flood, man. All right, imagine literally during the time of Noah, when the actual flood came down, if somebody had an umbrella, that didn't do nothing. Okay, what did that umbrella? You think that umbrella was gonna save you from that type of flood, that type of water that the Lord was bringing down? Hell nah, man. This is another type of rain on a whole nother level. So Jake walking around with these weapons, and they think they hard, and everything like that. It's like, bro, that shit ain't gonna do nothing, man. That ain't gonna stop you from getting mowed down, carried away, tortured, right? This is what the Lord is gonna bring, man. So like you said in that Luke, All right. Tying in that precept again, Luke chapter 27 and verse 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. And that's what we're telling you, man. See, a flood is coming, a flood of judgment. All right. And the troops are a part of that flood coming in, man. This is the book of Psalms 124 and verse 1, a song of degrees of David. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, right? So you have to be on the Lord's side, and he has to be with you. Okay? And the scriptures give us the guidelines for the Lord to be with us. And it's going to be so bad to where Jake is going to be very evident that the only way that you're going to escape what's happening is if it's divine intervention. Okay? That's going to be very clear with how severe and how gruesome, okay, you know, how bad this judgment is going to be. It's going to be obvious that you're not going to escape these different calamities unless there's some type of divine intervention. And the only people that's been talking about real divine intervention are from on high is the true prophets of BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Okay? So that's why, man, Jake is going to really be looking to and fro for the men of the Lord, for the servants that have this word of salvation on how to get deliverance, because they're going to know that they ain't got no other option. There ain't no other way. They can't wiggle themselves out. They're going to be without hope. Okay? They're going to know that there's nothing that they can do to escape. Right? This is First Chronicles chapter this is the verse. Second Chronicles 15 and 2. Verse 1, and the Spirit of the Most High came upon Azariah, the son of Oded, and he went out to meet Asa, and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin. The Lord is with you, while ye be with him. And if ye seek him, he will be found of you. But if ye forsake him, he will forsake you. And majority of our people have forsaken the Lord. All right. Majority of our people have forsaken the Lord, even when we present them with the proper knowledge of how to please the Lord. All right. Because it says our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right, so Jake didn't know we were all in our ignorance, all in a dead estate. But it says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, showing you that the knowledge was presented, but then it was rejected. I will also reject thee, seeing that thou shalt be no priest to me. All right, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Roughly paraphrasing that. So those that have rejected the word of the Lord, those that have rejected, all right, these instructions that have been given from the prophets to escape what's to come, the Lord is going to allow them to suffer in these different plagues. He's going to actually deliver them to the death, deliver them to the destruction, deliver them to these detention centers to get dealt with, man. All right. To go through, you know, all types of horrors, man. All right. Like it was coming out months ago about Northern Kingdom, man. They were getting shipped on these shipping planes. All right, dropped over the ocean in shackles. Okay. Bodies washing up ashore, you know, and nothing being done about it, right? You're going to be without help, without defense. See, in a situation like that, nobody's coming to help you. Nobody's coming to defend you. You need the Lord, all right? You need YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. You need the Lord to be with you, but that's only going to be if you're with him. So those that are forsaking the Lord, they're going to really meet wrath on a whole nother level, man, all right? So the he that shall be saved out of it in that Jeremiah 30th chapter is those that are with the Lord, those that turn from transgressions and Jacob, man. But if not, then the Lord can give you over to all these things. And that is, as it is written in the book of Ezekiel, they're going to judge you after their own judgments, meaning they're going to do whatever the hell they want to you, man. All right. So back in Psalms 124, let me see if I finished on. All right, Psalms 124 and 1. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us, they had swallowed us up quick with their wrath, when their wrath was kindled against us. Right. And that's what's going to happen with Jake, man. They're going to get swallowed up quick. They talking about as soon as they come down, this ain't DC, this ain't California, man. As soon as you going to get swallowed up quick, man. All right. Overwhelmed with judgment. See, Esau's going to get for real with you niggas, man. All right. See, Esau's been allowing you to be, you know, destroy the hoods. You know what I'm saying? He's dropped off these different weapons for you. He's giving you your little switches. You know, he's giving you these different things, man, so y'all can kill one another. But when he wants to get for real and serious with you, when the Lord gets for real and serious with you niggas, all right, then it's game time, man. He's going to bring out real weapons on you, man. Okay? You know, he's going to bring out real weapons on you niggas, man. All right, you've been terrorizing these hoods, and then Esau's gonna come in with the real terror. All right, he's coming in with the real street sweepers. This nigga coming in with tanks. All right, this nigga finna blow down whole communities of Jakes. Watch and see, man. Watch and see how bad it gets, man. It says, then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. That's them troops coming in. Blessed be the Lord who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. And once again, that's going to be for the elect, the true believers, all right, the true servants of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. He's not going to give us over unto them. Once again, this ain't 70 AD. All right, this ain't the Greek Empire. All right, this is the end where great glory doth abide. This is when the Lord is going to show forth that there's nothing sweeter than to fear Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. All right, that verily he is a power that rewardeth in the earth, that there's a reward for the righteous. All right, that there's a reward for serving Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and it's going to be magnificent, man. Okay, the Lord is going to show forth. All right, show that forth in the sight of all the nations, man. All these people are going to see it. All right, the great deliverance that comes for the Lord's servants, man. It says, our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, who made heaven and earth. All right, people are going to witness that, man. We're going to be in these certain situations with Jake in certain instances, man. And we're going to cry out to the Lord, and then the Lord is going to provide divine intervention for us, man, while he's allowing everybody else to get mowed down, man. Okay? This is how it's going to happen in certain instances, man. It says, only with our eyes shall we behold and see the reward of the wicked, but it shall not come nigh us. All right? See, serving the Lord isn't isn't a light thing, okay? See, being able to serve and praise, all right, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, in truth and sincerity, to know this way, it's not a light thing, man, okay? Not a light thing. It's going to come with great deliverance, man. You know, great deliverance, all right? So, let's grab this in the book of Isaiah, the 59th chapter, and I'm going to just wrap it up with a couple more. Isaiah chapter 59 and verse... Isaiah 59:19, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, right? So the Lord has to intervene, all right? Because if the Lord doesn't, then we would have got swallowed up quick. Then we would be, destroyed with the rest of our people. Because how Esau is coming down, you ain't got no defense against that. That's why the scripture says, fear not thou worm Jacob, for I will help thee. See, these niggas, they don't think that they're worms, all right? Because they've been terrorizing the hoods, because they've been killing children, all right? Because they've been, hitting babies with stray bullets. Like that nigga said in the clip. We taking grandmas, we taking aunties, we taking, That's like, nigga, that's not real warfare, all right? You do killing the vulnerable because you gotta these niggas. The Lord finna show them, all right? The Lord finna these niggas, these hard niggas that think that these YNs that think they're hard. The Lord finna pull their card, all right? Their card finna get pulled, okay? All that shit they've been rapping about, boasting about in these songs. Well, we gonna see how tough you are. Now you got the real ops. The real ops is coming, all right? Esau Edom, what you gonna do? All right, and it even shows you in the clip. See, towards the end of the clip, and that's why I wanted to stop it, where I stopped it at. All right, because as soon as Esau came down, niggas was already walking away. They was talking all that trash. Yeah, anybody come down this block, they can't even, it's not safe. But Esau walking there like nothing. He walking there, niggas is running. What are y'all doing? We was making a video, massa. I'm sorry. We was acting hard. I'm sorry. Them niggas don't do nothing. They don't come. They don't pull the blick out on them. All right. Esau walked right through the hood, man. And even Esau walked in there laughing. Oh, you got some cute toys there. Nigga said that's toys. Those are toys. All right. He like those is little water guns compared to what we really got. And you best believe, man. Them niggas is waiting. All right. Esau is waiting to get the green light, all right, to see how tough you niggas are, man. They want to wipe them niggas out, man. All right. So the Lord got a special spirit that he finna turn up on Esau Edom and give them the green light to do whatever they want. All right, with no repercussions, man. All right. This is the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 18 All right, and actually, let me read a little bit further on this, man. All right, because it talks about that standard being lifted, right? And it says, verse 20, and the Redeemer, which is YAHAWASHI, all right, shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob, saith the Lord. So showing you who the Redeemer, YAHAWASHI, is coming for. Those that turn from their iniquities in Jacob, out of the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So it says, as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord, my spirit is upon thee, and my words which I put in my mouth, in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever. Right? Oh yeah. So really, 20 is the other point that I wanted to grab, showing you who Yahawashi is going to provide that standard for. All right, who the Redeemer is going to intervene on the behalf of, those that are repenting, turning from transgressions in Jacob. That's your only way out. This is the book of Jeremiah, the 18th chapter. Jeremiah chapter 18 and verse 20. Yeah, verse 20. Shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them and to turn away thy wrath from them. Therefore, deliver up their children to the famine. And this is what the prophets have been doing. All right, been instructing you in the way so that wrath that, the Lord is going to pour out upon this place, that you can escape it. So you don't have to partake in it. All right, so that you can be shielded. Right? But they didn't take heed, man. They mocked the messengers. They mocked the messengers, despised his words, misused his prophets until what? Until the wrath of the Lord rose up against his people till there was no remedy, meaning that there was no relief, that there was no escape. All right, yo chopper, yo whatever, all these different guns that they got, you're not going to be relieved. You're not going to escape. All right, it's going to be an overwhelming, all right, victory. Okay, over the 2/3. All right. Over the 2/3, an overwhelming victory, man. It says, therefore deliver up their children to the famine and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children and be widows, and let their men be put to death. Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. So this is what's going to happen. This is what's, I don't know if niggas think that they just going to come into the hoods and you going to, fend Esau away just because a little ambulance won't go down your street because you niggas is wild. All right. They think they got some power, man. Yeah. Like in that clip, I don't know if it was, I can't remember if it was in the beginning that I played or if it was further in the actual clip, but it was one part of it where it was an ambulance. All right. And they wouldn't even come down their street and they had to back out. All right. Because they know that them niggas down there is wild. All right. So they get the boasting like, yeah, man, it's so dangerous over here that the ambulance won't come down. All right. But watch when them tanks come down, man. Okay. I can't wait. I can't wait, man, because these niggas is proud. These niggas is demons. All right. Sons of Belial. And I can't wait, man, till the Lord pull their card. All right. Because the Lord is going to do it, man. And he's going to use Esau Edom to do it. All right. All this terrorizing, that Jake has been doing in these different communities, man, they're going to be dealt with, man. And Esau's going to get dealt with as well. All right. But before he gets dealt with, okay, all right, you're going to be dealt with. Okay. The Lord is going to use the wicked, which is his sword, all right, to come down upon you niggas, man. It says, let their young men be slain by the sword. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. And that's what I heard in that dream, man. I just remember a woman crying like it was another type of cry, like from the from the soul, so it's going to be bad, man. It says, and let their wives be bereaved of their children and be widows. Or I'm sorry, verse 22, let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. Yet, Lord, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sin from thy sight, but let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thine anger. And this is what the Lord is going to do, man. All right. This is what the Lord is going to do, man. See, the Lord is fed up. Now he's going to really start pouring out that judgment, man. Let me see if I have any more, man, that I really wanted to grab. All right, let's hit this. Jeremiah 16:1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begot them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. And this was talking about when the Babylonians came in to besiege Jerusalem in the ancient world, man. How much more in this time that's going to be like no other, pursuant to Daniel, the 12th chapter, that Jeremiah 30:7. And the NLT, it says the worst time in history for my people is coming, man. It says, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. All right. So Jake is gonna die of grievous deaths. All that trash that they talking on the internet, man. You know, we gonna see it. All right, we gonna see how hard niggas are, man. Okay, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21 and verse 8. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth and contemn the rod of my son as every tree? That's right, man. Okay. So here it is, a sword, man. It's been sharpened, and now it's about to be released. All right. See, while niggas been in the hood playing around, all right, Esau's been coming up with new different weapons that he hasn't released yet. While he been giving you these little play toys, all right, just to do enough damage on your own communities, all right, but nothing to, while you niggas been playing around with that, he been cooking up real weaponry, man. All right. So it's going to go down, man. It says, and he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. All right. So the Lord ain't playing no games, man. So that's really it, man. Through the Spirit, like I said, I was just inspired, really, from that dream and then those videos. And when I was watching those videos, it kind of clicked to me, man. Like, yeah, Jake think they got these umbrellas, these different things that's going to protect them from the rain that's coming. Like, you think it's just finna drizzle. You think they just finna bring a couple of the National Guard in, and then they ain't finna touch your hood, all right, or whatever the hell y'all think y'all gonna do it. Like, nigga, your whole shit is finna get mowed down, all right? Mowed down, man. Jake don't know. They don't realize how evil this devil is, man. All right, this devil, he dropped bombs on the U.S. soil, all right, because niggas was prospering in Tulsa, Oklahoma, all right, just because he was jealous over niggas, man. This nigga will bomb you niggas, all right, But I got them niggas got switches, all right. This nigga will drop a bomb on your whole neighborhood and won't bat an eye, all right, straight up, man. He will flatten every building in the hood. All right, and this is the wrath of the Lord, man. But it's gonna be seen, man. The prophets have been prophesying of it, been warning of these different plagues, warning of the different destruction, and Jake is about to feel it, man. So having that being said, Lord's what I was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing out this word in all sincerity and in truth. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.